Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am Poonam Dua from Imend Education Academy of Literature. Today we are going to discuss a practice question paper for CUCET MA English Entrance Exam, and we will do it with explained solution. CUCET is Central University's Common Entrance Test. All the aspirants must now start practicing sample papers to strengthen their preparation, and this video is also very helpful for the candidates who want to clear the entrance test and secure a seat in one of the almost 20 participating universities. So please grab a pen and paper. Do not run after the answer, but note down every detail, and let us start with the discussion of syllabus first. In this university, we have to go through history of English, literary terms and literary genres, some of the comparative literature and few other things like literary trends and literary moments, along with elementary knowledge of famous authors and texts, and most important, awareness of current literary trends, events, activities and awards. So through this video, I'll make you practice a set of 30 questions in which you will go through almost every part of the syllabus. Let us begin with the first question. The gods too are fond of jokes. Who said it? The correct answer is Aristotle. So let us go for this one. Aristotle ने ये कहा था rhetoric में. Rhetoric is an ancient Greek treatise on the art of persuasion written by Aristotle. Next question, in which book Plato banished poets from his ideal state? The correct answer is option number C, Republic. Plato is very famous for having banished poets and poetries from the city of Republic, ideal city of Republic, I must say. And in book 10, Plato concludes that poetry must be banished from the hypothetical ideal city. Next question, who among the following is not a later generation romantic poet? Please नोट पर ध्यान दीजिएगा, इसीलिए मैंने इसको कैपिटलाइज भी किया है. तो जॉन कीट्स, शेले और बायरन, ये तो रोमांटिक पोइट्री से कंसर्न रखते हैं, बट और करेक्ट आंसर इज जेन ऑस्टिन. रोमांटिक पोइट्री एक ब्रांच थी रोमांटिक मोमेंट की, एंड द फर्स्ट जनरेशन ऑफ इट्स पोएट जो कि 1798 में ओरिजिनेट हुए थे विद द पब्लिकेशन ऑफ लिरिकल बैलेड. देवर एस.टी. कॉलरिज, विलियम ब्लेक एंड वर्ड्सवर्थ. और सेकेंड जनरेशन में हम रखते हैं इन्हीं पोएट्स को, शेले, बायरन एंड कीट्स. बट Jane Austen is not a part of it. Jane Austen was an English novelist known primarily for her 6 major novels, and Austen died at the age of 41 in 1817 from a disease that was never diagnosed in her lifespan. Next question, who introduced blank verse in English poetry and drama? The correct answer is option number C. Sir Thomas Wyatt and Henry Howard are generally considered the inaugurators of the golden age of English poetry in the reign of Elizabeth I. ये भी आप याद रखिएगा कौन सी क्वीन के टाइम पीरियड में था ये. It was during Elizabeth I's reign, and they were the people who introduced blank verse too. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन में हमसे पूछा गया है शेक्सपियर की कुछ लाइंस के बारे में. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5, विच प्ले ऑफ शेक्सपियर कैरीज द फॉलोइंग लाइंस, आउट ब्रीफ कैंडल लाइफ्स बट अ वॉकिंग शेडो, अ पुअर प्लेयर. ये लाइंस ली गई हैं मैकबेथ से, और मैकबेथ के ऊपर जब अटैक होता है, उनके कासल पर जब अटैक किया जाने वाला है बाय मैल्कम एंड मैकडफ, एंड ही गेट्स टू हियर द न्यूज अबाउट लेडी मैकबेथ्स डेथ एज वेल. देन ही डिलीवर्स दिस soliloquy as his response to that news. Next question number 6. The concepts of dissociation of sensibility and objective correlative were given by which of the following? The correct answer is T.S. Eliot. According to T.S. Eliot, the dissociation of sensibility was a result of natural development of poetic talent in literary criticism, and objective correlative is a group of things or events which systematically represent some or other kind of emotions. T.S. Eliot used this phrase to describe objective relative to describe a set of objects, a situation, a chain of events which shall be the formula of the particular emotion of audience. Next question, question number 7. Sigmund Freud is associated with which of the following? The correct answer is psychoanalytics, option number 3 or C. Sigmund Freud emphasized the importance of unconscious mind, and a primary assumption of Freudian theory is that unconscious mind governs behavior to a greater degree, greater extent than people suspect or people think. Indeed, the goal of psychoanalysis is to make the unconscious conscious. Next question. Ode to Evening was written by which of the following? The correct answer is William Collins, option number C. Ode to Evening is one of the finest poems of Collins, William Collins, and this is in his collections Odes on several descriptive and allegorical subjects. It is composed in a single stanza of 52 lines with unrhyming pattern. तो 52 lines है इसमें, unrhyming pattern है, and this beautiful poetry is addressed to the evening, which is regarded as the goddess, nymph or maid, and it was first published in 1746. Next question is related to a poetic pattern, terza rima. Terza rima is dash measure of poetry. The correct answer is Italian. Terza rima, Italian verse form consisting of stanzas of 3 lines, or we can say tercets, the first and third line rhyming with one another and the second rhyming with the first and third of the following, the upcoming tercet. It was introduced in English by Sir Thomas Wyatt in 16th century. Next question. The Victorian era of English literature spans from dash to dash. The correct answer is option number D, 1837 to 1901 in the history of UK, United Kingdom. The Victorian era was the period of Queen Victoria's reign from 20th June 1837 until her death on 22nd January 1901. So, ये पीरियड भी हुआ 1837 से लेकर 1901 तक का. Next question. Whose ascension to the British throne marked the beginning of restoration? The correct answer is option number D, Charles II. The restoration of the Stuart monarchy in the kingdoms of England, Scotland and Ireland took place in 1660. तभी से restoration period की शुरुआत भी है. 1660 when King Charles II returned from exile in Europe. The next question, question number 12. This is from Death of a Salesman by Arthur Miller. So, following question is based on Arthur Miller's 1949 play Death of a Salesman, and we have to tell the genre of this particular play. Murder mystery, Shakespearean tragedy, existentialist play और epic theatre. The correct answer is option number C. Death of the Salesman, जैसा कि हमारे क्वेश्चन में ही लिखा है, 1949 का है, ऑर्थर मिलर के द्वारा लिखा गया है. आप कुछ अवार्ड्स नोट कर लीजिए इससे रिलेटेड. 1949 में पुलिट्जर प्राइज एंड द सेम ईयर टोनी अवार्ड, पुलिट्जर प्राइज एंड टोनी अवार्ड. और इसको हम रखते हैं एग्जिस्टेंशियलिस्ट कैटेगरी में, बिकॉज विली लॉमन जो इसके प्रोटैगनिस्ट हैं, ही अंडरगोज एन एग्जिस्टेंशियल crisis because he lacks a vision of his life and future. Next question. The Alchemist is a novel by which of the following writer? The correct answer is option number B, Paulo Coelho. The Alchemist is a novel by Brazilian author. तो आप नेशनैलिटी भी याद रखिए, आपके एग्जाम में काम आएगी. ब्राजीलियन ऑथर Paulo Coelho. That was first published in 1988. सबसे पहले 1988 में पब्लिश हुई थी, एंड ओरिजिनली पोर्तुगीज लैंग्वेज में लिखा गया था. It became a widely translated international bestseller at that point of time. Next question is about Gitanjali by Rabindranath Tagore. Preface to Rabindranath Tagore's Nobel Prize winning literary work Gitanjali was written by which of the following writer? The correct answer is W.B. Yeats. Gitanjali is a collection of poems by Indian poet Rabindranath Tagore, and Tagore received the Nobel Prize for Literature largely for the English translation Song Offering. Song Offering Gitanjali वर्ड का इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन है. इट इज पार्ट ऑफ द यूनेस्को कलेक्शन ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेटिव वर्क्स एज वेल, और जिसकी सेंट्रल थीम है डिवोशन. W.B. Yeats and Rabindranath Tagore had a very long, strong historical relationship, and Yeats wrote the introduction to Tagore's Gitanjali, which first appeared in 1913. Okay, next question. Neoclassical period extended from which year to which year? The correct answer is option number 1, 1660 to 1798. Neoclassical literature was written between 1660 and 1798, and this time period is broken down into three other parts: the Restoration period, the Augustan period, and the Age of Johnson. Next question. Who wrote the following lines? Heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter. The correct answer is Keats, option number D. The above quote, heard melodies are sweet, but those unheard are sweeter, appears in the second stanza of the poem Ode to a Gracious Urn by John Keats, which was published in 1820. Okay, तो next question है हमारा question number 17. Which is an epistolary novel among the following? The correct answer is Pamela. An epistolary novel एक novel होता है जो कि documents या letters की form में लिखा जाता है. Pamela or Virtue Rewarded is an epistolary novel by English writer Samuel Richardson, a novel which was first published in 1740. Okay, next question. Question number 18. In a high burlesque, which of the following is applicable? तो सबसे पहले बर्लेस्क समझते हैं. बर्लेस्क क्या होता है? एक कॉमिक स्टाइल होता है जो दो तरीकों से काम करता है. या तो आप बहुत लो स्टेटस की चीज़ को, लो इम्पोर्टेंस की चीज़ को बहुत हाई फाई, बहुत बढ़ा चढ़ा कर दिखा दो, या इसकी ऑपोजिट सिचुएशन की कोई चीज़ है बहुत हाई लेवल की, लेकिन आप उसको बहुत ट्रिवलाइज कर दो. हाई बर्लेस्क क्या होता है? हाई बर्लेस्क occurs when the form and style of the piece are dignified and high or made serious while the subject matter is trivial or low. तो हाई बर्लेस्क हमारा कहाँ पर अप्लाई होगा? जहां पर हमारा स्टाइल हाई है लेकिन सब्जेक्ट लो है. तो ऑप्शन नंबर बी विल बी एप्लीकेबल है. स्टाइल इज हाई बट सब्जेक्ट इज लो. The next question, question number 19. Crack, whump, the beam broke and fell on them. Find the figure of speech. The correct answer is option number 1, onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia occurs when we associate something with the sound of that particular thing. The form of a word from a sound associated with what is named. And some other very common English language examples of onomatopoeia are bang, beep, hiccup. Next question, question number 20. In the 1940s, a critic and philosopher produced two influential and controversial papers called The Intentional Fallacy and The Affective Fallacy. Identified them. The correct answer is option number B and C. तो B और C का कॉम्बिनेशन हमारा यहाँ पर ऑप्शन है, तो यहाँ पर हमारा ऑप्शन नंबर C हमारा आंसर हो जाएगा. Affective fallacy is a term from literary criticism used to refer the supposed error of judging or evaluating a text on the basis of its emotional effect on reader. Wimsatt and Monroe Bradley in 1949 as a principle of new criticism, which is often paired with their study of intentional fallacy, developed these two concepts. Next question. A dramatic monologue is which of the following? ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग एक तरीके की पोइट्री होती है जो कि रिटन फॉर्म में होती है. इट इज अबाउट स्पीच ऑफ एन इंडिविजुअल कैरेक्टर, और रॉबर्ट ब्राउनिंग को मास्टर ऑफ दिस फॉर्म, मास्टर ऑफ ड्रामेटिक मोनोलॉग माना जाता है. तो इनमें से हमारा आंसर क्या होगा? वन पर्सन स्पीकिंग एंड अनदर लिसनिंग साइलेंटली. ऑप्शन नंबर ए. Next question is a piece of cake for many of the students. The question is, in which Bronte novel Heathcliff is a villain? The correct answer is option number A, Wuthering Heights. Heathcliff is a fictional character in Emily Bronte's 1847 novel Wuthering Heights. Owing to the novel's enduring fame and popularity, this character, Heathcliff, is often regarded as an archetypical of the tortured anti-hero whose all-consuming anger, jealousy, rage helps him to destroy himself and everybody around him. Next question, again an easy one for many of my students. The Images movement in poetry was pioneered by which personality? The correct answer is Ezra Pound. Imagism एक moment थी 20th century में that favored precision of imagery and very clear, very sharp kind of language. Though Ezra Pound is noted as the founder of Imagism, the movement was rooted in ideas first developed by English philosopher and poet T.E. Hull. तो एक्चुअल में आइडियाज़ इन्हीं के थे, लेकिन पॉपुलराइज यहाँ पर एजरा पाउंड ने किया था, इसलिए हम इन गिवन ऑप्शंस में से एजरा पाउंड को चूज करेंगे. एंड एजरा पाउंड इज द वन हु स्पोक वेरी क्लियरली, वेरी एक्यूरेटली अबाउट द प्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ दिस सब्जेक्ट. Okay, the next question, question number 24. Who said a poem should not mean but be, and in which book? The correct answer, option number C, Archibald MacLeish in Ars Poetica. Archibald MacLeish asserts that a poem should not mean but be, and he means that the worth of a poem does not lie in its meaning, in its content, but in its structure with its interlocking words, metaphors, associations, rhyme and rhythm. The next question, question number 25. Semiotics originated mainly in the works of two theorists and they are the right combination. यहाँ पर हमें बताना है. And the correct answer is the combination of A and C, that is option number C over here. Semiotics, also called semiotic studies, is the study of sign process of semiosis, which is any form of activity, conduct or any process that involves sign, including the production of meaning as well. And Ferdinand de Saussure founded his semiotics, which he called semiology, in the social science. And in the 19th century, Charles Sanders Peirce defined what he termed semiotic. The next question, question number 26. Which novel opens thus? Whether I shall turn out to be the hero of my own life or whether that station will be held by anyone else, these pages must show. Correct answer is option C, David Copperfield, जो कि चार्ल्स डिकेंस का लिखा हुआ 8th नॉवल है. एंड द नॉवल्स फुल टाइटल इज द पर्सनल हिस्ट्री, एडवेंचर, एक्सपीरियंस एंड ऑब्जर्वेशन ऑफ डेविड कॉपरफील्ड द यंगर ऑफ ब्लंडरस्टोन रॉकरी. एंड इट वाज फर्स्ट पब्लिश्ड इन 1849 से 50 तक सीरियलाइज पब्लिकेशन, 49 से 50 तक सीरियलाइज पब्लिकेशन था और 1850 में एज एन नॉवल पब्लिश हुआ था ये. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 27. और 27 क्वेश्चन में हमें बताना है क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एलिजीज. अब शुरुआत करते हैं हम इसमें से फर्स्ट के साथ. एलिजी रिटन इन कंट्री चर्च यार्ड. एलिजी रिटन इन कंट्री चर्च यार्ड जो कि 1751 में लिखी गई थी. सबसे पहले मैं आपको करेक्ट आंसर बता दूं, ऑप्शन नंबर बी इज करेक्ट आंसर. एंड कंट्री चर्च यार्ड लिखी गई थी थॉमस ग्रे के द्वारा 1751 में. इसके बाद नंबर आता है एडोनाइस का. एडोनाइस पब्लिश हुई थी 1821 में एंड रिटन बाय पी.बी. शेली ऑन द डेथ ऑफ जॉन कीट्स. नेक्स्ट कम्स इन मेमोरियम AHH, which is a poetry by Lord Tennyson जो कि publish हुई थी 1850 में. And the next one and the last one, Thyrsis. This is a poem written by Matthew Arnold in December 1865 to commemorate his friend, the poet Arthur Hugh Clough, who had died in November 1861, aged only 42. तो करेक्ट आंसर हमारा हो जाता है इसके हिसाब से ऑप्शन नंबर बी. सबसे पहले एलिजी रिटन कंट्री चर्च यार्ड, देन एडोनाइस, देन इन मेमोरियम एंड देन थायरसिस. Okay, next question. Who received the Sahitya Academy Award for his short story collection Our Trees Still Grow in Tehra? The correct answer, I know many of you already know, Ruskin Bond or Trees Still Grow in Dehra, a timeless classic, and it has won Sahitya Academy Award in 1992. आप लोग ईयर्स याद रख लीजिए. Written by Ruskin Bond of course, and Ruskin Bond एक इंडियन ऑथर हैं जो कि ब्रिटिश डिसेंट के हैं, and he lives with his foster family in Landour, Mussoorie, India. Okay, next question number 29. The Emperor of All Maladies, a biography of cancer. ये किसने लिखा है जिसके लिए 2011 में पुलिट्जर प्राइज भी मिला है? द करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन ए, सिद्धार्थ मुखर्जी. सिद्धार्थ मुखर्जी इज द ऑथर ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर बुक जिसने 2011 में पुलिट्जर प्राइज भी जीता है. एंड सिद्धार्थ मुखर्जी इज एन इंडियन बॉर्न अमेरिकन फिजिशियन. इसी तरीके का कुछ सिमिलर नाम का नॉवल लिखा था झंपा लाहिरी ने, इंटरप्रेटर ऑफ मैलिडीज, जिसके लिए 1999 में पुलिट्जर प्राइज दिया गया था. तो प्लीज क्वेश्चन को सभी स्टूडेंट्स बहुत ध्यान से देखिएगा, सिर्फ एक ही वर्ड को पढ़कर अचानक से आंसर मत कर दीजिएगा. यहाँ पर झंपा लाहिरी और इंटरप्रेटर सब आपको कंफ्यूज करने के लिए दिया गया. प्लीज डू नॉट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड इन योर एग्जाम्स. Okay, next and last question for this practice session. Who is the author of the book हजार चौराशिर माँ? The correct answer is महाश्वेता देवी. हजार चौराशिर माँ, और हजार चौराशिर माँ जिसका कि इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन है 1084's मदर, नंबर 1084's मदर. 1974 का नॉवल है, एज आई टोल्ड, महाश्वेता देवी का लिखा हुआ. दिस इज द स्टोरी ऑफ अ मदर हुज सन is given the corpse number, dead body number 1084, and there is a movie to हजार चौरासी की माँ जिसमें जया बच्चन ने काम किया. गोविंद निहलानी की मूवी है. जया बच्चन, अनुपम खेर जैसे कुछ बहुत ही बेहतरीन स्टार्स ने इस मूवी के अंदर काम किया है. So hence we have reached to the end of this video. Please do not forget to share and subscribe the channel. You can also WhatsApp at these numbers to join our online classes. Thanks a lot for watching and best of luck for any kind of exam that you appear in your life.